So I've just spent some time familiarizing myself with this tent, and it is absolutely amazing. So let's begin with the measurements. This is an absolutely enormous tent. This is 12 feet wide, 7.5 feet tall, just under 16 feet long, and these sidewalls are 6 feet tall, giving you tons of headspace inside. There's nothing worse than having to bend over inside a tent while you're trying to set everything up, and this is one tent that you will never have to do that. So let's begin the walk around of the outside of this tent. There are so many things to point out on here, it's absolutely amazing. Looking at the front, we can see that this is one big mesh panel. Now it does have a zipper straight down the middle to make a door, as well as a zipper on each side along the bottom. We'll open that up in just a minute here, but if you look over to the left, you can see there is a flap over here that runs the perimeter of this door. Under that flap, there is another zipper. That tells us that this entire front panel can be removed. To the left of this zipper, you can see there is another zipper under this flap. That runs the perimeter of the tent as well. And the purpose of that zipper is to make this tent even bigger. You are able to connect a giant, new and improved Coody 17.2 Pro hub tent to this tent. More on that later. Stay tuned and you will get to see. Before we open anything up, I want to continue with the outside, and as we move over to this side, there is a lot to show you. Starting with the top in the front, there is a stove jack right there. Now that is way up there, so I couldn't reach it without a ladder right now. So if you were going to be using a stove inside this tent, you would definitely need to open that up before you fully inflate the tent. But there is Velcro around 3 sides of that flap. You just open it up and it exposes the stove jack, which is where your stove pipe comes out of your tent. I'll show you what that looks like on the inside, and then you can come back in the winter when we're doing our winter camping. On the roof on the back of the tent, you can see we have a large clear plastic skylight, and then on the sides you can see there are 2 enormous panels with multiple options, and they are pretty amazing if I do say so myself. So we're going to get to opening those in just a minute, but let's continue around the tent. First, let me also point out though that there are plenty of D-rings around the bottom of the tent for stakes. There are ropes that are already installed, 3 on each side. They're already connected, they're ready for stakes. They are connected to the tent with these heavy-duty loops on each one, and those are to stake down your tent to give it more stability if you're going to be having high wind. There's also ropes that are already connected to the bottom of these panels, and we will be coming back to that in just a minute. But let's go ahead and go around the back here, and the back is the exact same as the front, with the large mesh panel, zipper down the middle, zipper along the bottom, zipper on the side to remove the panel, and the zipper around the perimeter to add a hub tent. As we move around to the left side, there are only 2 differences from the right. We have the giant skylight on the back on the top, Coody logo on the top in the front, D-rings along the bottom, installed ropes on the sides, giant panels on the sides. The only difference is there is no stove jack on this side, and there is a Velcro port down here, which can be used for either a portable air conditioner or a diesel heater. You also have a zipper for an extension cord, and that just seals closed when you're not using it. So coming back around to the front, let's talk about this panel. This is obviously a big front door. There's a flap covering the front zipper, which is held closed with pieces of Velcro. We open that up, unzip that zipper, open the zippers along the bottom, and you can see that the inside of this panel is solid canvas. First thing you can do with this is roll it up on each side. There are strings and loops so you can tie each panel back and have the front wide open. We're going to leave that open for a minute while we move on to the side windows. And this blows me away. The first thing that you'll notice is that these top panels have 2 zippers. The first zipper allows this panel to be open just enough to be used as a vent. And that's where these come into play. If you remember when I opened the accessories bag, these were in the little bag with the stakes. These are like little stiff bars with Velcro on each end, 2 for each window. Those are applied using the existing Velcro on the underside of each of the flaps on the corners. Then you'll also notice something I forgot to point out earlier. There are carabiners with bungee cords, 1 at each side of these flaps. Each of those connects to the loop on the corner of each side of those flaps to pull them tight and open them up for use as a vent. You can see how it holds it open about 5 inches, allowing lots of airflow through there. And you can do that to all 4 of these around the tent. Now, if we close those back up, you can see that there is a series of toggles at the top of each of these flaps. And like I showed you earlier, there's a second zipper. We can unzip that all the way up, roll those up and toggle them into place at the top, and we have windows that are covered with more canvas. But never fear, each one has a zipper around the perimeter and 2 toggles on the bottom. Unzip the zipper, roll it down, toggle it in place, and you have a mesh window. And you guessed it, you can do it to all 4 windows. And not only that, but there is yet another zipper that opens the mesh. And yes, if you wanted to toggle that into place too, there's also that option. Now we're gonna close that all back up because there's more. Oh yeah, you remember those gigantic panels? Those can also be unzipped, rolled up, toggled into place at the top, and opened up to make one gigantic mesh window. Wait, not 1, 2. On each side. How amazing is that? Each one of these measures just under 5 by 6 feet. I have honestly never seen a tent with so many options. So there is one more thing that we can do with this, but before I show you that, I want to go ahead and open up the mesh on the front. So we untie our slip knots, step inside, and you can see that there are zippers on the canvas. Toggles on the bottom, toggles in the middle. Unzip those. More zippers at the top, all the way down. Toggle them into place, and now you have the front open to just mesh. And guys, you can do this on both sides, the front and the back. That is a boatload of fresh air. This is a 4-season tent, and they have gone the extra mile to make sure it lives up to the name. The mesh keeps the bugs out, but remember, you can also open up every single one of these areas completely. I showed you how you can open that front panel all the way. You can completely remove it. Same thing with the back. That basically gives you a straight tunnel. And guys, there are more zippers on these windows. You can open this up even more. This is absolute insanity. Look at that. Tie it up on the top and it's wide open. You can do it to all 4 of those huge windows. That actually allows you to use any of those as a door. If the positioning of your tent on your campsite didn't really allow for the front to be a door, here's your new door right here. I can go in, I can go out. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and let this down. And there are actually grommets and ropes on each corner of each of these gigantic flaps. Those are for tent poles, so you can create awnings on each one of these windows. Poles do not come with this tent. You would have to buy them separately. Okay, now that we've got all that done, I think that's everything on the outside except the clear plastic windows and the rain fly. We'll get to those in just a minute. I want to take you inside. All right, I got the front opened up here again. We're going to go ahead and step inside. And just like the outside, there's always things to tell you on the inside that are awesome. You can see the back wall is already right in front of us, but that's not actually the back wall. That is a completely removable wall that separates 2 rooms. So if I back up here a minute, you can see where the front room here is 12 feet by approximately 8 feet. This is one private room if you want it that way, and there's another private room in the back if you want it that way. If you don't want it that way, you can completely remove that whole panel there and make it one big tent, or you can open up the canvas on the other side and have it just a mesh wall, or you can have it a mesh and canvas wall, or a canvas wall. As you can see, just like on the outside, we have loops here, which means there's a string on the opposite wall for each of those, and those will pull back and tie into place just like the front and the back. So you don't have to completely remove it if you don't want to. You can just open it up, tie the panels to the walls, have it open in the day, and then at night when everybody goes to sleep, if you want privacy in private rooms, close it up. Zipper down the middle, zipper along the bottom. Leave the canvas open and just the mesh closed if you want to be able to talk, and then close the canvas when you want privacy. That back room is just the same size as the front room. Maybe give or take a few inches. Here's how it looks with the mesh open and the canvas closed. Here's how it looks with the canvas open as well. And here's how it looks with the canvas open and the mesh closed. So you can see straight through into the back room, and you can see that there are zippers around the perimeter where you can completely remove that panel. Now, another thing in this front room, a lot of people don't like this, a lot of people do like this. The floor only in the front room is completely removable. If I open up the panel between the two rooms, I can show you the difference. This one is removable. This one is not. They are both bathtub floors, which means that the floor actually extends up the wall by about 6 inches all the way around. So if there's water under your tent, it's not going to be able to get in. But yes, the floor in the back room here, which is basically the bedroom for most people, that is a permanent fixture. The floor in the front room can be completely removed. There are zippers around the whole perimeter. You just unzip them and just pull the floor out. Now, in some of my other tents with the removable floor, people have expressed concern about things like bugs and water and things like that getting in. It doesn't happen. And here's why. If you look at each of the inflatable posts where it meets the floor, there is elastic around the removable floor that goes around that post. But if you look a little bit closer, you can see that stitching there. That is actually thick Velcro. There's a flap about 12 inches wide around the perimeter, and at each corner around those posts, there is heavy-duty industrial Velcro that holds the floor to that flap, which is how it prevents any water or bugs or animals from getting in. Now, speaking about the inflatable posts, let's talk about the frame. You can see this inflatable frame inside here. We've got one long post that goes along the top, the length of the tent in both rooms, and this is all one big connected frame. So you can see where this connects to the top, connects to the side. This post goes all the way over here, connects to the other frame that goes up and around. I guess I need to step through the other side to show you that. There's the frame in the back, there's the frame in the middle, there's the frame in the front, and here's a look at the complete frame as it sits inside this tent. As I said, that's all one big piece. That's how you're able to connect your pump in one of these corners, and it blows up the entire frame. And like I showed you outside, these things are rock hard. That holds the shape of the entire tent right there. So what else is inside this tent? We have a string that runs the length of the tent. You can hang lights or towels or clothes on. On each window, there's a small mesh bag that you can put things like keys, phones, wallet, anything you can think of. You can open and close any of these panels, any of these windows, any of these doors from inside or outside this tent. We have the stove jack right here. We talked about this earlier. This is the hole where your stove pipe goes if you're using a stove to warm in winter camping. Down here is where I said you can use your diesel heater or a portable air conditioner. And in the back room are the two skylights. You can see there are canvas panels over them. These each have two zippers, one on each side. They unzip all the way down. You roll up the panel and tuck it up under here. So when you unzip them, they hang down like that, exposing the skylights. Roll them up and tuck them in, and there's your skylights. Those are clear plastic. They are permanently sewn in, and they are waterproof. This is how it looks from the inside with the door and the windows closed. And this is how it looks from the inside with the door and the windows open. So I believe we have covered everything on the inside and the outside. Let me talk about waterproof. A lot of people ask me, are these tents waterproof as they stand without the rain fly? And the answer is yes. Now, we got a big open door, we got some mesh windows. Those are not waterproof. But with all the canvas closed around this tent, yes, it is waterproof without the rain fly. It is highly recommended that when you first get your tent, you set it up, take out your hose, spray it down, get the whole thing wet, and then let it dry in the air. That way it expands and contracts those fibers and helps that be even more waterproof. Without actually using any aftermarket waterproofing products, you only need to use water.